Hi, I was just about to begin. Today's story is called Taylor and the Balloon. It's soft, simple, and kind of magical. Let's begin our story.
Taylor stood silently, her balloon trembling in the wind. She whispered goodbye and watched it rise. The sky swallowed her message, but she believed it would be heard. Greg never expected to find a letter that day. His hand shook as he read the words only a grieving child could write. The letter stirred something Greg thought was gone. Memories rushed in: laughter, music, the echo of his daughter's voice. He sat with the letter in silence, time suspended around him. Taylor waited, unaware her message had found someone who needed it too. The letter came 3 days later, folded neatly with careful words. "You reminded me how to feel again," it said. Her mother cried, holding the page to her chest. People heard. People shared. The world listened. Strangers wrote her. Soldiers. Teachers. Grieving parents. Some letters were short. One just said thank you. Taylor started smiling again, not because she was healed, but because she mattered. They met in the park, under gray clouds and warm hearts. He knelt. She hugged him without hesitation. No words were needed. Only breath and memory. They released 2 balloons together. One for her dad. One for his daughter. Some stories are written in the sky, carried by wind and wonder. Taylor still writes. Once a year. Same day. Same balloon. The pain never fully left. But neither did the love. When the balloon disappears into the sky, she smiles and says, "He got it." A story that started in silence ended in connection. Greg and Taylor met at the tree where her balloon was found. She held a ribbon, and he helped her tie it to the branch. They didn't speak much. They didn't need to. Her eyes were full of questions. His, of answers. He brought her a photo of his daughter. She smiled and placed it in her pocket. Taylor whispered, "Do you think she got my letter?" Greg nodded. They returned to the park each week, sitting together in silence. Sometimes, they shared memories. Sometimes, they just watched the sky. Greg gave her a second balloon. This one was blue. Together, they wrote new letters to the people they missed. Taylor told him, "I don't feel alone anymore." He replied, "Me neither." They planted a small tree together, a new beginning. The wind picked up, carrying their words with it. From that moment, they became each other's family. Back at school, Taylor wrote letters with her classmates. She told them about her dad and Greg. Others began sharing too. It was no longer a sad story. It was a brave one. Her teacher placed a box in the corner, messages to the sky. By the end of the week, it was full. Some letters were short. Some just drawings. Taylor read every one. She cried at most of them. Greg was invited to visit the class. He brought blue balloons for everyone. They all released them together. A sky full of color and hope. Taylor's school started a yearly tradition, Balloon Day. Parents were invited. So were memories. Every balloon carried a name, a story, and a promise. Taylor led the ceremony with a speech about courage and connection. Her voice trembled. But her message was strong. She said, "Even the smallest voice can float a message to the stars." Greg received letters to now from everywhere. Children from different countries shared their stories. He responded to each one, tying replies to balloons, never expecting answers. Some came back. Some didn't. He sent them anyway. One child wrote, "I lost my mom yesterday. I feel broken." Greg cried after that one. He wrote, "You are not alone. I promise." Taylor helped him write replies, her handwriting bigger now. They created a map with pins showing where balloons had been found. Greg's kitchen turned into a letter station. The house smelled like ink and hope. They launched balloons from hills, beaches, rooftops. Each one carried more than words, it carried a connection. Taylor's room became a gallery of stories from the sky. They had unknowingly created something bigger than themselves.
The balloon is gone now. But maybe the story will float with you a little longer.